Meet Rusty, a young fox with bright red fur whose life is full of adventures. On that late summer day, hunger led him to an abandoned house on the outskirts of Wells, a small town in Somerset surrounded by picturesque fields and hills. The scent of food lured him, promising an easy meal. Rusty, full of youthful courage, nimbly slipped through a broken window into the old house with peeling paint, dusty floorboards, and cobwebs in the corners. He sniffed every nook, hoping to find something edible, but instead of dinner, he stumbled into a trap. A deep concrete pit hidden in the basement became his prison. Cold, slippery walls towered around him, offering no chance of escape. Hours dragged on painfully slowly, and Rusty's strength began to fade. Hunger and exhaustion took their toll, and his faint whimpers grew quieter. The fox curled up into a ball at the bottom of the pit, his eyes full of fear, yet he still tried to scratch at the concrete with his small paws. The next morning, Anna Wilson, a 27-year-old resident of Wells, went for her usual jog. She loved running along the paths near the National Reserve, where the fresh air and birdsong created the perfect atmosphere for morning thoughts. Anna was an ordinary girl. She worked at the local library, met with friends, and in her spare time tended to her garden and observed the nature around her. She always noticed the little things: animal tracks on the path, blooming wildflowers, or the play of light on leaves. That day she was running past the abandoned house, as she had done dozens of times before, when something made her stop. A faint, barely audible sound, not the wind, not birds, but something alive, desperately calling for help. Anna took off her earphones, her heart beating faster. She listened closely, and the whimper, weak but persistent, came from the old house. She could have walked away, thinking it wasn't her concern, but her intuition told her, "You need to check." Anna cautiously approached the house, its broken windows and sagging door bearing the marks of neglect. Peering inside, she felt a slight chill. The house seemed dark, almost eerie, but the whimper coming from within wouldn't let her turn back. Gathering her courage, she climbed through the window, careful not to cut herself on the glass shards. Inside, it was dim, smelling of dampness and old wood. Cobwebs brushed against her hair, and the floorboards creaked under her feet. Anna moved slowly, following the sound, which grew clearer with every step. Finally, she spotted the pit in the basement, hidden in the shadows. Looking down, she saw Rusty. The little fox, trembling from cold and hunger, gazed up at her. His big eyes, full of hope and fear, seemed to plead, "Help me." Anna looked around. She was alone, without a phone, without a rope, without any way to call for help. The pit was deep, its walls slippery, and there was nothing nearby to aid her. There was no time to think. Rusty was weakening by the minute, and Anna knew she couldn't wait. She decided to take the risk. Carefully, clinging to the rough patches in the concrete, she began her descent. Every move required immense focus. One wrong step and she could end up trapped herself. But the thought of the little fox depending on her gave her strength. Reaching the bottom, Anna reached out to Rusty. The fox, frightened at first, backed away, but then, as if sensing her kindness, let her pick him up. His warm little body trembled in her hands. Anna held Rusty close to her chest and started the climb back up. Slippery walls, darkness, exhaustion, all faded before her determination. Finally, she made it out of the pit, holding Rusty tightly. Sitting on the dusty floor, Anna breathed heavily, stroking the trembling fox. He was weak, but alive. Anna carried Rusty home. Her small, cozy house, surrounded by a blooming garden, was a true haven. She wrapped the fox in a soft towel, placed a bowl of water and some ground chicken from the fridge in front of him. Rusty, still wary, sniffed the food and began to eat. Gradually, he calmed down, his eyes becoming less frightened. Anna sat nearby, watching as the fox curled up on an old blanket and fell asleep. Her heart filled with warmth. She knew she had done something important, that this little fox was safe because of her. The next morning, Anna woke up to find Rusty gone. The kitchen window was slightly ajar, and the fox had likely returned to his world. Anna wasn't upset. She understood he was a wild animal, and his place was in the forests and fields. But that evening, something remarkable happened. Anna was sitting on her porch, enjoying the sunset, when she noticed movement in the garden. It was Rusty. His red fur gleamed in the light of the setting sun, and he wasn't alone. Beside him stood an adult fox, perhaps his mother, and two tiny fox cubs, barely keeping up with her. They stopped at the edge of the garden, looking at Anna. Rusty took a few steps forward as if wanting to come closer, then returned to his family. Their calm eyes seemed to say, "Thank you." Anna understood. This was gratitude. She began leaving food in the garden, some chicken, vegetables, a bowl of water. The fox family started visiting her occasionally, especially Rusty. He no longer feared Anna but kept his distance, reminding her that he still belonged to the wild. Their meetings became a small ritual. The foxes appeared at dusk, ate, and then vanished into the night. Anna watched them go, her heart filled with joy. She hadn't expected her act to lead to such a remarkable connection. The story of Rusty and Anna quickly spread through Wells. First, neighbors shared it, then friends, and soon local newspapers and social media picked up the tale. The girl who saved a fox and the fox who brought his family to say thank you became a local legend. Inspired by Anna's example, the townspeople began caring more for wildlife. Some built bird feeders, others left water for hedgehogs, and many simply became more attentive to the nature around them. Wells, already a cozy and green town, grew even closer to nature. People shared stories of their own encounters with animals, and a sense of care and unity settled over the town. Anna never considered herself a hero. For her, saving Rusty was a natural impulse, driven by her heart. She didn't seek fame or praise, but her act became a beacon for others. Her kindness showed that even a small gesture could build a bridge between humans and nature, reminding us that we are all part of one big world. Rusty and his family continued their lives, occasionally appearing in Anna's garden as if to remind her of the incredible bond formed that summer day. This story isn't just about saving one fox. It's a tale of how kindness can change the world, inspiring others to be better. It's a reminder that the nature around us is alive and needs our care. The next time you walk through a forest, park, or even the streets of your city, listen closely. Perhaps somewhere nearby there's a quiet call for help, and perhaps you'll be the one to answer it, just like Anna did. Dear friend, thank you for watching this video. If Anna and Rusty's story touched your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us share more inspiring stories that make the world a better place. See you soon.